Hello, and welcome back to Baba Is You with Brian. At the end of the last episode, we took a quick look at this puzzle, which is called The Pit. And yeah, then I played around with it off camera, and it was actually pretty easy to solve, so I can walk you through all of the logic. Skull is defeat, and so I need a way to get across that barrier. And so one of the first things I did is I said, well, can you just fall through a barrier? Is that how fall is going to work? And so if I get over here and I say moon is fall, you can probably guess what's going to happen, which is we do indeed fall through the skull barrier without dying. However, since we're falling, if I press up, I can't move up because we're falling, and so we're always kind of stuck on the ground. So I will want to do that kind of at some point. However, what would be even more useful here at the start is if there were multiple ones of me, because if I fall down there, I can't interact with any of the other rules in text. And we do have one other object, and we can make that other object become me. I can say, star is you, and then I can become the star, which is great, but that's pretty good, but it'd be even better if there were two of me. So let's say star is you and moon is you. And have to do a little bit of extra pushing in order to get two different guys here. Okay, so now I'm both the star and the moon. So now I want to make one of these guys fall. And so I could go ahead and make the moon fall, I suppose. Actually, let's have all of this be a little bit farther to the left. If I do this and this, I think I prefer things kind of like that in terms of pushability. I think even one more to the left would be good. So let's do that. All right, then star is you and fall would make the star fall down there. So let's make that happen. And I could do this. But I want the star to fall while it's in a place where it's going to fall down through the skulls. So that's good. But then what I really want to do is have the star be pushable so that eventually the moon can fall on top of the star and the star can still push it around. And also I want the star to be able to move up so that it can eventually get over to this door. I can't do that just yet, for reasons that will become clear very shortly. So let's make the star become pushable. And so now if the moon were to fall on top of the star, the moon could push the star around. And for the moon to fall on top of the star, they'll have to be in the same column. So let me move them into the same column like that. And I'm going to have to do that again here in a moment. Get them realigned. But if the moon is you and fall, and the star is you and push, and the moon falls on top of the star, I can move them both to the left or right, and the star can still move up because the star is not falling and the star is pushable. And the moon is you. So I can walk them both over here and then have one of them sink in the door and have the other walk over to the flag. Flag is win. Congratulations. And I did it. Hooray. Now, unfortunately, 7, 9, and 12. Remind me which one 12 was? Was that the one with the platforming? No, this is Guardians. Which one is this? I've never looked at this one. Okay, let's look at this puzzle together, shall we? Oh my goodness. There's a bunch of UFOs. In the bottom left, Baba is you. Empty is empty. Ice is ice. So those things are not changing. Empty is. Text is pull. UFO is move and defeat. There's the word win up there. Cloud is stop, and there's the word ice. Okay, this is more freeform than typical in terms of just like floating bits of text. And the UFO is move and defeat. I see. So the UFO is just moving back and forth on its own. And so the fact that it's defeat means I can't run Baba up there. But text is pullable. And so if I had somehow text is pull and a bunch more text, could I reach win? How many bits of text do I have? Empty is, text is pull, ice, that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That does not seem like that's going to be far enough to reach up there and grab win and pull it out. So we'll have to do something with empty. Right, because I could say... It says empty is empty, though, so presumably I can't do something like, say, empty is ice. Let me just try that out. Yeah, that's X'd out. So basically I can't make everything turn into ice, for example. And I could say ice is empty, but that doesn't seem like that would help me. But there are some ice here. Can I say... I could say ice is pull and start moving the ice around. Yeah, okay. Rather than the text is pull, if I made the ice pull... and then somehow push a bunch of ice and then pull it back out. How could I push the ice, though? Like, if ice is pull, I can start doing crazy things like this, but I can't push on it. So, how can I, like, push the ice in there and then pull wind back out? Like, that seems like it would be the key. All right, so I'm not seeing the big picture, so let's try to break down the parts. I can pull on ice. That may or may not turn out to be useful. We have empty, text, and I'm not sure what either of their roles are in the puzzle. I guess if I were to say ice is text, that just turns these all... No, ice is ice. I can't say that. And if you ever say text is anything, other than the predicate, like text is pull, then you just end up ending the game because you end up turning all the text into something else and you lose Baba's you and all that kind of stuff. So it seems like the only thing I could do with text is pull, because I can't say empty is text, and I can't say ice is text. So it seems like text is pull is the only thing that text is going to be used in. What is empty going to be used in? I can't say empty is ice. I can't say ice is empty. I can't say text is empty. I can't say empty is text. So it seems like it's just a block of text that I can use for pulling. Seems to be its only purpose in the world. And finally... there's the word win up there. And eventually, if I want to win, it seems like I will have to say ice is win, because I don't see any other object that I could get on top of in this level. So I'd have to say ice is win and then walk to some ice. And I don't think I can say ice is win up in that little area where win is currently, so I have to pull win out. So the question is, how do I pull win out using pullable text and pullable ice? And when things are just pull, is there a way for me... Okay, I haven't played around with this. Since UFO is move, is UFO going to try to pull the text? Oh, I can get them out of sync. Okay, that one tries to do that. Yeah, okay. That could be interesting. Right, and text, even when text is pulled, text is also pushable. Right. Because something can be both push and pull. So if ice was pullable, how far can I, like, pull some ice to try to get it into here? I think pretty much that far. And then all I could do is walk on it. That's not true. Because if I walk past it with some text... okay, I did not pull it there. Oh, right, because ice is not pullable right now. Is this like a Towers of Hanoi? I feel like it is. It may not be clear yet how or why. I think I might be able to push this text up here. Text is pull right now. I want to not have text be pull. If I push some text up there so that I get one step further than before, and that made ice be pull. Then can I pull this ice up one square? It's probably gonna... Oh no, I can't push through here though. But I have to push the actual words. Text is pull up there or something, or ice is pull. And then pull the ice behind me. Okay, let's restart. I have one kind of vague idea that I'm not sure how it's going to work. I can't get the word text is pull to form behind me to try to pull up here. So I'm not sure how I would pull much text. And still a little unclear about empty. Okay, let's pull some ice. And do I want the ice? Let's just pull a bunch of ice over here. Not sure the best way to do this. Also, I don't see a way to get ice into the bottom column. Bro, whatever. Yeah, I don't think I can. I'm gonna trap myself if I'm not careful. Okay, let's do this. I want 2 pieces of ice there for some reason. Do I want text to be pull right now? I think maybe yes. Oh, if text is pull, could I then pull on text to make ice become pull? Yeah, okay. So what if... Here's an idea of sorts. What if I had the words... This seems dangerous, but let's just go ahead and run with it. What if I put text as pull way down here? No, I want them to be 1 up higher. And then I'm going to have ice below it, and then I'll be able to step forward and pull up some ice, I think. So what I want to do is put text as pull here. I don't know that this is going to get me to a solution, but I'm just trying to come up with any way to get some ice up into the UFO area, because it seems like I'm going to need to get ice up into the UFO area to ever succeed at anything. So if text is pull there, and then that's going to be a little bit obnoxious. Let's see. Let me do this. Let me get the word pull separated. Ah, text is not pull, and I can't pull it back up. Ah! Let me get the word pull separated up here. So I'm going to push it in from the right in a minute. So I'm going to say text is, eventually I'm going to say pull, but now I want to have the word ice on the bottom. And now the word, okay, text is pull, great. And so if I go here, now ice is pull. And if I move up, I pulled up some ice. But I can't move back down because ice is pull. And so I immediately died. So that's not good. Okay. What am I not quite seeing here? When I did that, let me just watch how the UFOs interact with it all. Well, there's text behind me, so I'm not getting a chance to see the UFO interact with just the ice. And the UFO would just go over the ice, because the ice is pull. Well, would that block the UFO? With the ice being pulled? Well, it would block me as well. I know it blocks me. I think it would block the UFO. I'm not sure. I think I need some time to look at this one on my own, and I'm not sure that I'm going to make progress on it today. Yeah, I'm not making any progress on this one right now. So I think, is that the last one that we have access to? Yeah, I haven't unlocked. I need to win that one to unlock number 13, it looks like. So I think being stumped on all 3 of those means that we can start moving on and looking to another area. Still have stumped puzzles and a few other areas, but let's see. This was number 6, so what's number 7? Flower garden. I like flowers. Let's take a look at number 1. Oh, looks like there's apples. We've seen the roses and flowers and trees before. Looks like there's apples. Condition. Kiki on grass is defeat. Oh, conditional on. So not just Kiki is defeat, but Kiki on grass is defeat. Wow. Okay. Kiki is you. Key is open and push. Wall and door is stop. Door is shut. Flag is win. All right. Kiki on grass is defeat. So I can't walk on the grass. So let's push that out of the way. And then let's get rid of that stupid rule. So now I can walk on the grass as much as I want. Ah, grass is still defeat. So let's get rid of the rule that way. There we go. And let's see. Actually, I might want that is. So let's push the is down into the play field where I can get at it. So now key is open and push. Wall and door is shut. And wall and doors stop. So I need a key. Key is open. Kiki is Kiki. How am I going to get a key? Wall is stopped, so I can't push words out of the boundaries. Saying key is you won't help. Saying Kiki is key would help. Except I also need key as you. Okay. So if I could say Kiki is key, which I can almost do. Like if I do this, that doesn't quite work. And if I do this, I can't even do that because Kiki is Kiki, right? So, can I use this on or the grass somehow? I could say grass is key. Haha. Why did I not see this before? Grass is key. Guess what? I found the keys. They're not pushable though, are they? Key is open and push. Oh, they are pushable. I see. They're pushable, but unfortunately there's a wall in here, and so I can't push through all these keys to get there. Okay. I see the problem now. So I don't want to just say grass is key. I probably want to say grass on something is key. Grass on Kiki is key. Suppose I did that. Which involves pushing text around it. Nope, nope, don't do that. Okay. Grass on Kiki is key. There we go. And then I just made one key. And then we can get rid of this whole rule. And now I have a key, and the key is pushable. And I can use it to open the door and get to the victory. Okay. So, object on object means only when these two objects occupy the same square does this is rule apply. It's conditional. And other than that, I don't think there's anything new to learn here. So we learned the basics of conditions. So let's move on to puzzle number 2. Thicket. Thicket to ride. Flag is open. Apparently flag is you, yes. Hedges stop. Baba is defeat. Grass is shut, but it could become Baba is win, and grass is shut and defeat. Flag is open. So I would do that if I were to go into the grass. And then make and moon. Make. Is this a verb that goes in the middle? Flab, make, moon. Oh my gosh. Make. Guys, we learned a new verb. And it's a make sing. Okay. So we can make as many moons as we want Inside empty squares? Actually, hold on. What if I were to step through Baba? Baba's defeat, so I can't really test that right now. What if I were to step through grass? I'm not sure if I got defeated first or if make happened first. Basically, I don't know what happens when you try to make on top of another object. Would it destroy the other object? Would it make it on top of the other object? Does make only apply on empty squares? I'm not sure. But now I have some moons. And I could say moon is open rather than flag is open. But the moons are not pushable. But I could say moon make flag. Alright, moon make flag. Yeah, let's actually, this is useful. This will help us learn something. It does appear to just create the object there. So now I have a bunch of flags. Okay. And so if the flags are open, some of them are going to die. That's okay. I did not mean to push open around like that. Lots of them are going to die, actually. Sorry, flags. I need to get flag as open back, and I seem to have screwed myself up. Okay, now that I understand a little bit of what's going on, what is it I really want to do? I want to make some moons, and then have flag become open again. And actually, I might be okay to just keep making moons, and so if I just flag makes moons... no, then I want moons to become open? Then I want moons to make flags, is what I want to do. So what is the quickest way to get to moon makes flags now? Baba's really kind of in the way here. Let's push things around a little bit. Like that. Alright. And then we are going to have flag make moon. And then I'm going to have moon make flag. Like so. Baba, why are you in the way? Okay, moon make flag. And then the moons will just keep making flags. That's okay, I didn't think about that. Which means I can just start using these flags to start chopping a path through the grass. And the key is just never to have any of the flags start breaking those rules. This is going to be difficult to reason about. But I am making progress towards the goals. So we have a bunch of moons, and they're currently all flag generators, and so I just keep making more and more flags. Which is fine. And, okay, now I can start going a different direction. So many explosions and things. Sure, whatever. You can go down there. Okay, this is weird. Why does that flag keep living? Oh, because there were multiple flags on top of each other that I got right. So now I have like 30 flags stacked on top of each other. And so that'll make it much easier to cut the path, because there's like 30 flags over there. Okay, so we managed to destroy all those flags. And so now, what was my goal to say? Baba's win. Yeah, that sounds great. Baba's win. Grass is shut and defeat. I don't think that matters to me, because Baba's win. Okay. So, what did we learn in that one? We learned that X makes Y causes, on every turn, a square that has object X in it to also add object Y into that same square. Alright, and we learned about on as a conditional, and so this is presumably also going to just involve on, but not make. based on the level layout. So what do we have here? Belt is push. Oh, it's like an assembly line factory. Rock is push. Shift. Flag is win. On. Door is shut and stop. Key is open and push. I don't see any keys, but I see some boxes. On Baba is U. Wall is stop. Rock on water is key. Got it. Rock on water is key. Okay, so I need to make the belts shiftable, because right now the belts are not shiftable, and so they're actually pushable objects. Well, that's easy to do. It'll kind of trap me in this condition, which I can see how that's going to become problematic. But for now, we'll do that. That'll bring the rock over there. Then I think for me to get through there, I'm going to need the belts to become pushable in order to push my way through. So let's go ahead and make the belts pushable so that I'll have a way back. No, if they're pushable, I don't have a way back. But if they're not pushable, I also don't have a way back, because I can get over here. But then I can't move back to the left. So even if the rock was still pushable, I could make a key, but I couldn't get it back on the left. So can I make the belts be conditionally pushable? Rock on belt is shift. Would that work? Okay, let's restart. And try this out. The thing is, if rock on belt is shift, I'm not sure if it's the rocks facing or the belts facing that will be shiftable. It's probably the rocks facing, and I probably need it to be belt on rock as shift. And I need the rock to be push. So my hunch is this rock is going to move to the right, but then it's going to get stuck in the corner to the right, and it's not going to move down. Oops. Oh no, the belt is pushable? I just pushed the belt. Why did I push the belt? Rock is push. Rock on belt is shift. It shifted the belt. The rock was the shifter and the belt was the shifty. So I think I do need to reverse the order of those two then. So I think I need to say belt on rock is shift. I don't think I got a chance to fully test my hypothesis, but that's okay. And I will still need to say rock is push. And we'll do belt on rock is shift. And so I think now the rock will go all the way through. Yes, but Baba is not affected because belt on a rock is shift, but belts normally are not shift. Okay, so then I can make a key, and then I can just push the key back out and get to the door, and the flag is win. Yeah, all right, great. Got it. So let's do some more on relaxing spot. We're Baba. Rock is push, Kiki on text. There is a shifty belt. There is some sinky water. And we need to push flag is win, but looks like we need to sink two things in water in order to push flag to win. We need one just to get Baba across and another to be able to push flag unless we had something else to push. And meanwhile, we have hedge is stop, Baba is U, belt is shift, text is floating, so it's not going to be affected by the belt, water is sink, and eventually flag is win. Okay. So if I push... So the obvious first thing, if I push the rock, we can get most of the way there, which is to say we can sink that, but unfortunately we sink Baba just before Baba gets to the goal. So, meanwhile we have Kiki, which could just be an arbitrary block of text, possibly. And we have on text. Well, we have on, we have text. So what would I want to be conditional? Keeping in mind that the hedge is stop, and it doesn't seem like I can get to any of those outside rules. Okay, here's something I've always wanted to know. There's an implicit rule that text is push. What if I say text on rock is push? Will I still be able to push text, or will I only be able to push text that's on a rock? Perhaps we will be able to find out. I can still push text around. So, all text is pushable, and on top of that, text on rocks are also pushable, I think is basically what I just learned. So that doesn't do anything too exciting, and I didn't learn a whole lot from that. All right. I need to conditionally... what? Text is float. So I can't use Kiki to sync anywhere. Oh, but I could use Kinky just to push flag, right? Why can I not... I need rock on text to be push. So only conditionally pushable rocks. I see what's going on. Okay, so let me walk you through what I was just thinking to myself. I was thinking to myself that I could push both of these things and put the rock on the water, the first water, and then use Kiki to push the flag text across. But the problem is I can't move to the right now. But if I were to say rock on text is push, then rock that is not on text would not be pushable, and so I can only push the text while it's on Kiki, and then one of them is going to be separate. And now I can get both of them through here. Rock on text is push. Yeah, and this is fine, and the text floats. And there goes the rock. There we go. So was it clear what I did there? Basically, I made it such that when the rock and the text were no longer occupying the same thing after I pushed them across the belt, then the rock was no longer pushed, and so I was able to push the text back into it, and it gave me an extra square to work with. Alright, so that was pretty cool. So far, these have mostly been going pretty fast. Looks like there might be an alternative for Secret Garden. Yes. So there's an extra there's an extra hedge over here that keeps us from doing the rock on text is push thing. So otherwise everything's kind of the same. But now I can't say rock on text is push. So what can I do? I could say Kiki on text is push. No, I can't get the push down somewhere where I can say, have it be the fifth word of a sentence. So, we have an extra is. I could say rock is Kiki. That's not particularly interesting. Aha, I think I see what I can do. I could say text on rock is Kiki. And so how do I get some text on some rock? Well, rock is not a pushable object, which means I can just push it in there. And now I have both a rock and Kiki. All of a sudden, I have two objects. Can I make both of them pushable? I could make the rock be pushable just by doing this. And then push it across the conveyor belt. Okay, that's good. And then I could make Kiki be pushable. But I can't push both across at the same time. And I can't say Kiki on rock is push or something like that. I could say the rock is text to get the text rock over there. But I don't think that's going to change things with pushability. If I say Kiki is push... Oh, the rock's not pushable, so they can both be pushed into the same square again. But now I need them both to be push. So the problem is I consumed the word is, and now I need another is. Okay. So can I consume a different word? So if I say text on rock is Kiki, can I consume a different word? And I think amazingly enough the answer is yes. Which word would I want to consume? On, I think, is the one that I want to consume. So, rocks are currently pushable. So I could push a rock right here. And then rocks are no longer pushable. And so let's say text on rock is Kiki. Oops. So now there's Kiki. And I consumed the word... what happened to the rock, though? Text on rock is Kiki. I don't see the rock right now. Is that just a visual glitch? Or is the rock not there? The rock is not there. Why did that not work the way I thought it was going to? Does it have something to do with breaking the rule? Okay, so here's the question. If I did this... Okay, that time we also had the rock turn into Kiki. The text turned into Kiki. Text on rock is Kiki, but the rock went away. Oh, because rock is Kiki. I have two Kikis right now is what I have. Which... That might be fine, actually. So the rock is still there, but then it immediately became Kiki because there was a rule that just said rock is Kiki. And so... now I have the stupid word on in the way, though. Can I get the word on out of the way? Yes, I can just do this. So now I've got two Kikis. Okay, that was a bit of a mess. But the first Kiki can be pushed into the water, and there's still... Why is there not a Kiki left? Okay, I think I know another way to do this. I'm a little confused about what happened there. Okay, this one took me a frustrating amount of time to figure out. But I do want to say text on rock is Kiki. In order to get a Kiki. So we've got rock and Kiki in the same spot, except for I need to use the is to make that happen. Okay, so this is what I tried doing before. What didn't occur to me at this point is that if I go back to rock is push and get the rock across the border, we're going to reduce this to a previously solved problem. So I can push the rock over here. And if we say Kiki is push, then we can push Kiki across. Now they're both over there in the same square. And now, if I say rock is text, look at that. We've got some text and an object in the same square. I can push them both together, and one of them will fall in the water here, and the other one can push the text here. Oh boy. So apparently, I guess if you have two of the same object and they fall into water at the same time, they both sink. I think is what I was seeing earlier that was kind of frustrating me. All right. So let's take a look at 5 and 6, but I don't think we're going to solve either of them today. Maritime Adventures. What is that? Hand. Hand is move. There's a crazy hand coming for us. And it's got a kind of facing direction. Interesting. Okay. Baba's you. What is this? Sand? On wall is push. Lava. This is lava, I guess? Lava could be defeat. Door could be shut. Wall is push. Very interesting. Door has flag. Flag is win. Well, okay. There's a whole lot happening here. Water is melt and not you. And I can do this, but then lava becomes defeat, so that yellow stuff is indeed lava. Skull is hot. Hand is open. And I could make a shut door, but it isn't clear to me why that's going to be helpful. I've got pushable walls, and I've got an on over here for conditional something. Okay, a lot to think about on that one, but I can do that on my own time. And then let's take a look at least one other puzzle. Got all this stuff here in the garden. Oh my gosh, yeah, these are getting pretty complicated. Baba's you. Something could eventually become shut. Hedge and door is stop. Water and ice is melt. And... sorry, key and Baba and ice is melt. And the water is hot. Okay, so key and Baba and ice would all melt. We got ice, we got key. On key is hedge. No, Kiki on key is hedge. Okay. So we can't just push a bunch of text straight up, apparently, including the key, because the key would turn into a wall along the way. Key is pushed, key could be moved. We got on, we got to make. Oh my gosh. Door is door, not move. Key is open. Oh my gosh. Skull is defeat. That is a big puzzle. Are they all going to be this big? Let's take a look at number 7 too, in the middle of the episode. Blockade. This one's not as bad. Rock, pillar, push, on. Moon is you. Water is sink, so the issue is getting across the water. Star is win. Hedge and pillar is stop. So this one doesn't seem too bad. It seems like we could push objects into here and up here, and so it's just a matter of getting enough objects and something. That one doesn't seem too bad at a glance. Alright. But that is where we're at, and I'm still stuck on like 5 previous puzzles and previous sections as well. So these are definitely getting tough. I hope as always that you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again soon with more Baba Is You. For now, bye-bye.